It says a thin coat across the whole thing. Using long vertical and horizontal strokes. Damn, there's a shitty brush I just bought. Already dropping brushes in my shit. More liquid white. You're gonna put a little bit more of that on there. Yeah, boy. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. And it says you do not allow this to dry. Oh shoot, I'm gonna knock this thing off. Oh shoot. Okay, I think I might be good with that. Liquid white.
Automatically, your sky will get lighter and lighter toward the horizon. And that's one of those little tricks that help create the illusion of depth in your painting. As things get farther away from you in a landscape, they should get lighter and
I'm
value.
scared.
So let the liquid white work, and it'll happen automatically. Just start at the top, phthalo blue.
Okay, let me watch what he does with some pieces. Just start at the
mix them
top.
together on the brush. And let's go up here, and just using our little crisscross strokes, let's just drop in a happy little sky. Just start at the top and work all the way across. Just making little X's. And then begin working downward. And your color is mixing with the liquid white continually and automatically. Automatically. Your sky will get lighter and lighter toward the horizon. And that's one of those little tricks that help create the illusion of depth in your painting. As things get farther away from you in a landscape, they should get lighter in value. So let the liquid white work, and it'll happen automatically here. And just sort of blend it all together. There we are. And very lightly, just go across it. Takes out the brush strokes. Isn't that easy? You've got a fantastic little sky. Now, while we have that color on the brush, I'll add just a little more blue and black. And let's have a little touch of water in this painting today. So, now once
I got like all one color.
once again, we want it to be lighter toward the horizon. So start at the bottom and work upward. And your darker color then will be down here on the base. See there? And then just work upward. And automatically, once again, it'll get lighter in value as it works upward toward the horizon. Okay, and then we'll need some water on the other side. Don't want it left out. I don't know exactly where lamb's going to be and water's going to be. So we just cover it all with water. And if we want a tree to live here or here, we'll just drop it in. There. Now then, very lightly, just gently go across and bring it all together. Okay, now then we can wash our brush. And we wash our brushes with good old odorless thinner. I never use turpentine when I'm washing brushes. It leaves a residue in your brushes, which is very difficult to get out. Plus it smells bad. Oh, it smells terrible. One drop of turpentine in your house, and you'll be working by yourself, I'll tell you, because it'll run everybody in the house out. Okay, titanium white. We'll just use the old 2-inch brush. What the heck? Let's build just a happy little cloud. And one of the easiest ways to make little clouds is just take the corner of the brush and just tap the canvas with it. Just tap the canvas. We just want a little floater that lives up there in the sky. Just has a good time. We just want a little floater that lives up there in the sky. Just has a good time. Just tap.
I need way more paint than that, dude.
And you can make him as thick or as thin as you want him. Whatever. We'll give him a little friend. See there? All you have to do is just tap. Now if you want your clouds to look more distinct and brighter, make your sky a little darker. And when you're using only white paint, then that son of a gun will jump out at you. If you have a sky that's not very dark and you put white paint against it, then you don't have much contrast, so it won't look too bright. There. Now I'm just going to stir these up a little. Just mix them a little bit. Give them a little. This is to me is the way I fluff the cloud up. Just sort of fluff it up. Let a little wind run through it. There. And then very lightly, just barely grazing the canvas. Caress the canvas. Just blend it together. And that's one of the nicest, easiest ways to make a cloud.
Look at this, it's all blue now.
Okay. Now then, tell you what, let's build us a little mountain today. You know, it's funny, I get a lot of letters from people, and sometimes they say, Bob, I'm tired of mountains, do something different. And then I get probably as many letters that say, do more mountains. So, if you don't want a mountain in your painting, just leave that little rascal out. But if you want a mountain, then you have it. Okay. Ken will take some black, some Prussian blue, alizarin crimson.
Need more. What you think, Mama? Okay. And then you just want to like lift up the strokes, but not at the edge, right?
brush again. I like to wash these brushes. Shake it off.
Okay, where did he start that? Oh, he started that shit right
There we go.
Alright, major decision,
Now
alright?
then, today I'm just going to use...
Okay, major decisions. I don't think I want my mountains exactly the same way Bob's got them, so let's start right here. I want my mountain to start. Oh, I need a lot more paint than that. Oh, no shit. Damn, alright, no shit. Okay. You'll see me mixing. Don't want to be a mud mixer now. So that's all my midnight black. If I need more midnight black, I'm gonna have to. Oops. Well, this shit does take some technique though, doesn't it? So do I need to like add some paint thinner then since it's not sticking? Oh yikes, I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, this is like picking up all the sky elements. Look at it. Okay.
Let's just take titanium white, pull it out very flat.
Wait, did he do anything with the brush? He did.
And then it'll mix with it. You don't care what's happening on the inside right now. We will later, but right now we're just looking for a nice outside edge. As I say, use a lot of pressure here. Push that paint right into the fabric. Now, scrape off all the excess paint. Just get in there and really scrape it off. You're not going to hurt the canvas. There we go. With a large brush, we'll just pull that. And then it'll mix with the liquid white that's on the canvas, and automatically it'll get lighter and lighter down toward the base. Just softer and softer. There we go. And that son of a gun should look like it's just sort of floating right up here in the sky. And it gives you a nice base now to begin putting highlights on. I'll clean the old brush again. I like to wash these brushes. Shake it up. There we go. Now then, today I'm just going to use, let's just take titanium white, pull it out very flat. It's just plain old white. Now this is one of those times you really need a firm paint. This paint should be very firm. You know, people say, how firm is it? Look at that. The knife literally sticks right on the palette. It's very firm. Cut off a little roll of paint, like so. Now then.
Okay, so we're gonna blend this bad boy out. Okay.
There.
Okay. So he's like using this second edge to like paint. Okay. No pressure. Oh, I fucked that one up, didn't I? Thinking too hard.
There. Just touch and just let it flow right down the side of the mountain. But no pressure. You want it to break like this and have all those little holes and bumps in it. There we go. And up here. See there? It's so easy at times it's hard. There we go. No pressure though. Can't say that enough times. Probably the most common mistake made is applying too much pressure. And this is one of the best ways that there is to learn to use a knife. And if you can make snow break on these mountains, then you can just make a multitude of other things. It's unbelievable what you can do just by learning to let this snow break here. That delicate touch, light touch. I think I've mentioned over and over again when I was teaching Steve, my son, to paint. The only way I could get it across to him was to tell him that I wanted him to pretend that he was a whisper that just floated across the mountain. And then he understood. It worked for him. He makes some of the most beautiful mountains today you've ever seen. Use a little blue and white here now, a little roll of paint. And I want to put a shadow behind there. No pressure. Just let it float. See there? Just let that float right in there. And each highlight, each little peak in here, if you want it to be an individual, needs a shadow. There, see, right there. Give it a little shadow. And you can change this mountain continually. Maybe you want to put a bump over here, another peak. See, you can do that. In your world, you can create any illusion that you want. That's what attracted me to painting so much. I could create any kind of world I want. Nothing hurts here. No pain. Nobody's unhappy.
No pain.
It's a pleasant place.
Nobody's unhappy.
Everything's nice here. Okay, now then, with a large brush, I want to create the illusion of mist. So all I'm going to do here is just tap the base. Just tap, following the angles in the mountain. Always following those angles. And then lift upward. See? And all that little misty things just sort of happen. Over here, follow these angles. Sometimes I'll take a little of that blue on the brush. Maybe you want to bring this right on around. I'll take a little of that shadow color, and we can just make it sort of look like it wraps around. And sneaky. It adds a little more interest to your mountain. That easy. Then just sort of tap it out. Bring it together. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Let's have some fun. I'm going to mix up some black, Prussian blue. Shoot, we'll throw some Van Dyke, some crimson in there. A little sap green. Whatever you got.
You like it, Bucket? I need some more white. Okay.
Just tap release.
Come on, stand up for this. Hmm.
No break on these mountains. sort of tap it out. Bring it together. Okay. That's all there is to it. Let's have some fun. I'm going to mix up some black, Prussian blue. Shoot, we'll throw some Van Dyke brush. I want to create the illusion of mist. So all I'm going to do here is just tap the base. Just tap, following the angles in the mountain. Always following those angles. And then lift upward. See? And all that little misty things just sort of happen. Over here, follow these angles. Sometimes I'll take a little of that blue in the brush. Maybe you want to bring this right on around. I'll take a little of that shadow color. And we can just make it sort of look like it wraps around. That's sneaky. It adds a little more interest to your mountain. That easy. And just sort of tap it out. Bring it together. Okay. That's all there is to it. Let's have some fun. I'm going to mix up some black, Prussian blue. Shoot, we'll throw some Van Dyke, some crimson in there. A little sap green. Whatever you got. Just mainly dark colors. There, let me clean the knife off. Now let's use our old fan brush today. Let's go in here and load some color right onto the brush. Just load both sides of the brush up. Now then, brush. Just load both sides of the brush up. Now then, let's have some fun. Let's just push in. Maybe there's some little background things that live way back in the distance back here. Far away. And I'm just pushing and making the bristles bend upward. Just do this. Just be happy. Enjoy. Have fun. There. Now I want some reflections under this. So I just grab the bottom of it and straight down. See? Because the canvas is wet, you can do this and get away with it. If you had a dry canvas, you'd be in Agony City. Then go gently across, just like so. See? And instant reflections. That easy. Maybe in our world back here, maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here, a little evergreen tree. See, just touch, and then use just the corner of the brush and work back and forth, back and forth. And we got a little tree. Maybe he's got a friend here that's a little bigger. There. Tree needs a friend too. There he is. Now see, I'm sort of weird. I name all these little trees and talk to them, but that's okay. That's okay. Artists are supposed to be a little different. There. So we can get away with things like that. Maybe out here there's a little baby tree. Maybe they ran him off. Maybe go live out here by himself. Oh. There. Tree needs a friend too. There he is. Now see, I'm sort of weird. I name all these little trees and talk to them, but that's okay. That's okay. Artists are supposed to be a little different. There. So we can get away with things like that. Maybe out here there's a little baby tree. Maybe they ran him off, made him go live out here by himself. All kinds of things. I'll get another fan brush. I have several of them going so I don't have to continually clean them. We'll take a little of that same color we made the tree out of and go into some cad yellow. And that'll turn a beautiful green color because there's blue in there. There. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, I just want to put the indication here and there of some little grassy areas that are far, far away back here. Just a few. It's too far away to see a lot of detail. You can grab that and lift upward, make it look like little distant trees. See, that paint moves on there. There we go. All kinds of little things. Little yellow ochre in there too. What the heck? Maybe we'll have some nice fall-looking colors in this painting. With all the shiny colors. A little liquid white. Pull it out flat. And then just cut across. Okay? Now then with that, we can just cut.
Oops. I'll make that bad boy bigger. Okay, I think that's enough trees. So now what did he say?
Come right up in here. Here, a little evergreen tree. See, just touch, and then use just the corner of the brush and work back and forth, back and forth. And we got a little tree. Maybe he's got a friend here that's a little bigger. There. Tree needs a friend too. There he is. Now see, I'm sort of weird. I name all these little trees and talk to them, but that's okay. That's okay. Artists are supposed to be a little different. There. So we can get away with things like that. Maybe out here there's a little baby tree. Maybe they ran him off, made him go live out here by himself. All kinds of things. I'll get another fan brush. I have several of them going so I don't have to continually clean them. We'll take a little of that same color we made the tree out of and go into some cad yellow, some nice fall looking colors in this painting, and with all the shiny colors, a little liquid white. Pull it out flat and then just cut across. Okay, now then with that we can just come right up in here and we'll just cut in a happy little waterline. Act like you're just trying to cut a hole right through the canvas, back and forth. This canvas is tough. Chances are you couldn't hurt it if you wanted to. There, see? And maybe there's a little ripple lives out here, and one out here, wherever you want them. Okay. lot of color. Let's go up here. Maybe there lives colors in this paint far, far away back here. Just a few. It's too far away to see a lot of detail. You can grab that and lift upward. Make it look like little distant trees. See, that paint moves on there. There we go. All kinds of little things. Little yellow ochre in there too. What the heck? Maybe we'll have some nice fall-looking colors in this painting, and with all the shiny colors. A little liquid white. Pull it out flat, and then just cut across. Okay. Now then, with that, we can just come right up in here, and we'll just cut in a happy little waterline. Back and forth. This canvas is tough. Chances are you couldn't hurt it if you wanted to. There, see? Maybe there's a little ripple lives out here, and one out here, wherever you want them. Okay. Now then, tell you what, I like doing those trees. Let's do another one. Back into my dark color with a fan brush. Load a lot of color. Let's go up here. Maybe there lives in our world a bigger evergreen here. Big, strong son of a gun. Use a corner of the brush and just make the bristles bend downward. And I'm using the same corner of the brush all the way through the tree. I'm just pushing harder and harder so it uses more and more of the brush. There. These little rascals live right there in your fan brush. Or you can do them with a 1 or 2 inch brush. Tell you what, let's have a third tree. We can have as many trees as we want in here. There we go. Now, I'm going to go over here and find me a 1 inch brush. Go right through that same color. And let's put a happy little bush right here. You sort of have to begin making some decisions here. Where do you want all these little things to live? There we go. Our world, a bigger evergreen here. Big, strong son of a gun. Use a corner of the brush and just make the bristles bend downward. And I'm using the same corner of the brush all the way through the tree. I'm just pushing harder and harder so it uses more and more of the brush. There. These little rascals live right there in your fan brush. Or you can do them with a 1 or 2 inch brush. Tell you what, let's have a third tree. We can have as many trees as we want in here. There we go. Now, I'm going to get over here and find me a 1 inch brush. Go right through that same color. And let's put a happy little bush right here. You sort of have to begin making some decisions here. Where do you want all these little things to live? There we go. That's super. I know you could do it. Now then, underneath here, we're going to want some reflection. So just reverse the brush. Where I've been pushing upward, and then we'll push downward. And where you have tall items up on top, you want items that are long below it. Where they're short, then make these not so long. You do that. Okay. And those will turn in, hopefully, to some very nice little reflections. Just a nice, clean, dry brush. I just like to beat on the brush. And pull straight down, very lightly. That's all you have to do. Just touch, pull downward, and then go across. Okay. Now then, I'm going to take my knife, a little bit of dark sienna, a little white into it, and get a very small roll of paint on the knife. Okay, now then, let's go up here. Just put the indication here and there of a few little trunks in these trees. Give them some nice trunks so they can stand up strong and tall. There we go. We go back to our fan brush. It has the green on it. There. And I just want to put the indication of a few little highlights on these trees. Don't kill all the dark, though. That dark contrast. When we get finished, that's what makes those son of a gun stand out. There, just a little. Evergreens are normally darker than other trees, so leave them that way. I'm going to dip the brush into a small amount of the liquid white and begin applying some color to these things. Pull the brush in one direction. Be right back, get some sap green. Clean, dry brush. I just like to beat on the brush and pull straight down very lightly. That's all you have to do. Just touch, pull down, and then go across. Okay. Now then, I'm going to take my knife, a little bit of dark sienna, a little white into it, and get a very small roll of paint on the knife. Okay. Now then, let's go up here. Just put the indication here and there of a few little trunks in these trees. Give them some nice trunks so they can stand up strong and tall. There we go. And we go back to our fan brush. It has the green on it.
Hey, what's going on?
Green,
Slay every
yellow.
day. How you doing? You thought it was a Twitch ad?
Load the bristles.
I'm trying to Bob Ross it up, dude.
Now you have to make some decisions. Where did your little bushes live? Just touch and give a little push, just enough to bend the bristles a tiny bit. We'll alternate some of the colors here. I went into a little yellow ochre. Now we can reverse the brush and drop a little of that right in there if you want to.
Well, that's not the best reflection, I don't
Right
think,
in
but
there. Maybe
you
up
know,
in here.
that's
there's
what
a-
it is. This is as wholesome as it gets. I've never watched a painting stream before. This is amazing. Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Like I said, this is my first adventure painting, so I'm having a blast. Okay, so what else do we need now? What are we gonna do now?
When we get finished, that's what makes those son of a gun stand out. There, just a little. Evergreens are normally darker than other trees. Yellow ochre. Now we can reverse the brush and drop a little of that right in there if you want to. Right in there. Maybe up in here there's a darker green living. There he is. There he is. There he is. See? There's a big strong bush over here. He's my friend. There. Okay, and another one. But But notice how these are going in layers. Those layers, little Indian yellow too, are what create the illusion of depth in your bushes. Reverse it, drop in a few. See there, just reverse your brush. They don't have to be exact, just a general shape. A little bright red once in a while too. Ooh, that's a pretty one sitting over here in the corner. And we'll reverse him right into the water. Now then, with our clean, dry 2-inch brush, just barely touch the top, just graze it. Just barely touch. And then go across. And that makes those beautiful mirror reflections. That easy. Okay, thought you'd like it. It's always fun. We'll go into some Van Dyke Brown. Let's put some land under here. Sure, we need something for all these little bushes and...
I don't really know the brush technique, so... Whoops.
Go across. And that makes those beautiful mirror reflections. That easy. Okay, thought you'd like it. It's always fun. We'll go into some Van Dyke Brown. Let's put some land under here. Sure, we need something for all these little bushes and... fan brush that had the greens and yellows on it. And come back and break up that straight line. Just let some little grassy areas right down on the land. A little liquid white on the knife, and we can cut in a water line. Just drop it in. Keep these lines basically straight, even though they follow the land. You want them to be straight, or your water will look like it's going to run right out of the painting. There we go. Okay. Let's have some fun. We got this whole other side to do over here. Take the 2-inch brush, go right into my dark color. A lot of paint on the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. Maybe on this side, let's get brave. This is your bravery test today. I like to give those. Over here lives a big tree.
Yo, thanks for this follow, Cropped Out John. This is beautiful. I just want to try this. Yeah, dude, this is my first time actually trying this, and it's going well. It's going quite well, actually. Slavery Day, appreciate the follow. Welcome on in. You seem like a very nice, chill guy. This is very relaxing. Looks bloody amazing. Thank you. I mean, I try to be relaxing, dude. I try to be relaxing. Okay, so now this right here. Cover that up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's have some fun. We got this whole other side to do over here. Take the 2-inch brush, go right into my dark color. A lot of paint on the bristles. Okay, let's go up here.
Maybe on this side, let's get brave. This is your bravery test today. I like to give those. Oh, smaller. There we go. And we can just fill that all up. This you can put on. There we go. So you don't have to paint the whole truck because you won't see the whole truck. All right. Now, let me find another fan brush here. There's one. I'm going to take some Van Dyke Brown. And let's build an indicator cuts on it. Color. A lot of paint on the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. Maybe on this side, let's get brave. This is your bravery test today. I like to give those. Over here lives a big tree. Don't think I have to say that again. That's pretty evident. That's a big tree. There it is. This will really check your bravery out. There he is. There he is. This, by virtue of it being so big, it just indicates that this tree is much closer to you. And that helps create the illusion of depth. Maybe the little tree way back here somewhere is just as big, but it's far, far away. And by being far away, as you know, it looks smaller. There we go. And we can just fill that all up. This you could put on with a paint roller. Doesn't matter. But it's a good place to practice your strokes. There. Tell you what. Sometimes we avoid this old big brush, and it's a super brush. It'll do fantastic things for you. Let's load it to a chisel edge. Both sides full of paint. The same old dark color, but a lot of paint on the bristles. It takes a lot
Gotta really test your bravery
to stick all these bristles together. See how sharp that son of a gun is? There. Now then, with that brush, maybe there's a large evergreen. Shoo, there is now. There's right there. Just the corner of the brush. Begin working back and forth. Back and forth like so. Let's make a big evergreen tree that is right here in front of you now. Maybe he's got a little crook in him. There, I love trees that are sort of crooked.
I think we need it to be a little darker, boys and girls. Yeah, it looked like a much darker green. Now I can hear you all good. Good. Yeah, we're gonna add some darker green in here. Okay. Now what did he do? He just added a good old pine tree. Oh no. Oh, this brush is not the way to go. Okay, good. I'm glad I tried that out over there before I did that somewhere else. Alright, we're gonna make a tree. Bold decision right here. Bob's a magician with that fan brush. How does he do that? The tree ain't as big as I thought it was gonna be. There we go. Why not? He'll have a little friend that lives right there. Some burnt sienna.
Sharp that son of a gun is. There. Now then, with that brush, maybe there's a large evergreen. Shoo, there is now. Lives right there. Just the corner of the brush.
Damn, this man went wild.
Begin working back and forth.
He didn't care, did he? Let's make it bigger.
Back and forth, like so. Let's make a big evergreen tree that lives right here in front of your mountain. Maybe he's got a little crook in him. There, I like trees that are sort of crooked. There. Okay, let's put a tree trunk in there. For that, we'll just use some dark sienna and white, same thing we used on the other side. There. And so
Hi, Phoebe Meat. Hi, kitty girl. Oh, goodness. She's cute. She's a cutie. Okay. So now he just adds some highlights into those trees. Looks really great. I haven't said it. I'd buy for good money. Ooh. This is my first one, so this one's gonna be for my daughter. This is gonna go right up in the room, just above the crib, probably. The painting in my head, you know what I mean?
Van Dyke Brown, and you have to make a big decision here. Where's your path live? And your path lives right there. So it lay in the base of the mountain. It's the same exact technique. A little more liquid white, back into my yellows and greens. Now then, you have to start making decisions. Are these bushes in front of you evergreen or behind them? I think they're in front. Vary your colors and drop them in. Every once in a while, drop in blue, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, little bright red. There's a sparkler right there. Beautiful little bush. Another little green one, and as many as you want. But work in layers. Remember that these bushes.
Oh, goodness. Boop. Yeah, baby. Oh, Phoebe B.
That's why I ain't thinking her like that. Voice not going forward. Because when I opened her diaper, she just like, oh, look.
Right.
Oh, shoot.
Cutie patootie.
She's tall.
She is. She's getting so big. Well, I thought the path would be one of the easier things to do. This is not easy, this path.
basic shape just using the brown. And we don't know where this path goes. It goes up here and hides, but it'll certainly teach you how to use all the equipment and have a lot of fun. From all of us, happy painting. God bless.
Ooh. Alright, we're gonna sign it. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be my painting, my first painting. What's up, Kimmy? Just finished the painting. Thank you kindly. I'm going to leave it up on stream for people to enjoy while I clean up.